My name is Claire Eilendorf, and I'm a graduate student here at University of California, Santa Barbara. And besides spending time enjoying our beautiful campus, which is located on the beach, we actually get some work done. What I study is the way that we can use digital tools to approach literature, kind of a new method of close reading. The specific work I work on is the 1960s novel La Tumba by Jose Agustin. And this is the first type of deformance that I do. And deformance is an idea introduced by Jerome McCann and Lisa Samuels that talks about taking a work and deforming it, doing something to the work in order to see it anew. This is where I've assigned colors to different characters, and you can see the whole novel is laid out and have a visual representation of the presence of each character. In my case, I chose to focus on the female characters, and you can see them presented and where they occur and their presence in the novel. Another type of performance that you can do is work with many digital tools that are available for free online. One example of this is the Mini Eyes website, and this is the opening page of it, which anyone can access and upload data in order to create different types of visualizations. What I chose to do is work on word trees, and this again with one of the characters' names is a word tree, which is a concordance of all the uses of the name. This deformance lets us see the novel from a different angle. It reorders it, it changes its visualization, and it's just a new way to approach to study a novel.
Hi, I'm Julio Perez, and my field of study is electronic literature. Electronic literature is basically the traditional literature we all know from print and how it has adapted itself to a more digital media, usually incorporating stuff from other genres like movies, music, even video games, and also internet culture is also a big part of what this has been doing here. For example, there's the blog novel, which is an entire fictional story written in blog entries as if the character was writing a blog. So it looks like a normal blog, but actually it's a complex story done by a writer who wants to just play with these things. And there's also some stories that are interactive, kind of in a very choose-your-own-adventure kind of way, exploratory, where you don't really get to, where every reading experience is different. That's one of the most interesting things about electronic literature. Every time you read it, you navigate it in a very different kind of way, so each person has their own experiences. One personal project that I'm doing related to this is a visual novel, Juan Preciado, Descendiendo a Comala, which is a visual novel based on the novel Pedro Páramo by Juan Rulfo. Descendiendo a Comala is an interactive visual novel. You play as the protagonist of the story, and as he navigates and explores this very mysterious, creepy town of Comala. And the difference between this is that you get to feel like you are the main character and you are exploring through the eyes of the main character in the novel, as opposed to being able to have multiple perspectives, which is what the original novel encapsulated. So it's the same story, but different angles, so the experience of the world is different, and that's one of the highlights and interesting things about electronic literature as opposed to traditional literature.
Hi, my name is Amber Workman, and I'm a PhD student in the Department of Spanish and Portuguese, and I study Hispanic literature. And during my time at UCSB, I've been able to take advantage of a service called eScholarship, which is a service for both professors and graduate students. Basically, anyone who is at UCSB can get involved in, can take advantage of this service. It's a service that publishes both works in progress, conference papers, and online journals. And so during my time at UCSB, I was able to take advantage of a service to publish an online journal that's called Textos Híbridos, Revista de Estudios sobre la Crónica Latinoamericana. It's dedicated, like the title says, it's a journal dedicated to the study of the Latin American Crónica, both the Crónica from the conquest and also the modern Crónica, which is a form of literary journalism that's very popular in Latin America. And the journal is published biannually online. We accept critical articles, interviews, and book reviews. And because of the electronic format, we're also able to publish electronic media, we're able to publish interviews, video clips, and digital images in the journal. And if you'd like to visit the journal's website, it's www.textosybrios.com.
I'm Ellen McCracken, a professor in Spanish and Portuguese, and my work on digital literature focuses on transitional digital texts. That is the movement from print to screen in the early 21st century. This is mushrooming now because of the new portable e-reading devices such as the iPad and the Kindle and the iTouch and the iPhone and other portable electronic devices. This new kind of literature mimics the book format in this transitional phase, and it's word-dominant narratives. It represents a new textuality. It's not simply literary text transmitted on different media. The text is now mutable and unstable. So one of the questions that I ask is, what models from traditional literary analysis, from traditional literary theory, are still viable? I look at, for example, Gerard Genet's theory of the paratext and talk about how the relationship of the surroundings of the text change. For example, on the new Kindle with special offers, readers are faced with ads, in this case for wine, before they read the literary text. So how does that change the textuality of what they read? Or Michel de Certeau's concept of the poaching reader, in which he asks what readers take, how they change literary texts as they read them. I'm looking at the intratextuality of literature, that is to say, the new links that you have in these small devices to word definitions, to chapters in books, to note-taking, to so-called popular highlights. The text is fundamentally mutated and changed. And I'm also focusing on the new enhanced literary books for portable e-devices. They modify textuality by having links to maps or the author's voice, video clips, and so on. And this is an example of The Weekend by Bernard Schlink, in which he has a video clip where he interprets various elements of the text. There's also Jack Kerouac's On the Road and books by Kafka and so on that have been enhanced. So my focus is on light digital adaptations that still preserve long-form textuality while nonetheless fundamentally changing the reader's relationship to the